Alright, I have not checked out a Razer headset in forever. Not since like the Razer Man of War wireless thing like a few years back once upon a time, because a lot of the headsets that came along from that time up until now just didn't interest me until I saw a remake of the Blackshark, which is the Blackshark V2. And the thing that attracted me to this one was honestly the knob, because I just like having that knob there. But the thing is, I bought the regular V2 over the X because it has this sound card. And this might actually be what makes this worth it, but let's talk about it. As you saw earlier, we'll be looking at the Razer Blackshark V2 with the USB sound card. Taking a look inside the box, we're going to get a bag which contains the headset. The bag itself isn't exactly very premium, but it's a bag nonetheless. Inside that bag is another bag with the actual headset in it, and inside the bag is the cable, the microphone, as well as the USB sound card. You also get a manual, Razer card, as well as some stickers. For the headset itself, Razer went with a simpler design with a lightweight frame, all while still keeping very durable. Headset adjustment is done on the yokes, which initially look a little fragile because of the wire design, but they're actually very solid. Adjustments are stepless, which I know many will not like, and the sliding mechanism could be a little bit smoother. The headband is branded and is very well padded, and is wrapped in their Flownet material, which is more importantly used on their ear pads, as they are designed to keep your head cool. The ear cups are made of plastic with Razer's logo in the middle. The cable connecting both ear cups is green, which brings us to the left ear cup, where all the controls are at, such as the volume dial, which I really like as there is a slight tactile bump in the middle, so you always know where the middle of it is. In fact, when you put it there, it slightly locks into place. While the main cable isn't removable, the microphone is, allowing you to use it when you need it and take it off when you don't. Now, this is a cardioid microphone, so make sure to have the right side facing you, the side with the dots, not the lines. But in any case, if you don't want people to listen to you, you can always press the mute button, which will be recessed when activated. Should you see a lot of the green, that means the mic is live. The main cable of this headset is woven, which you won't get on the X version of this, so that's something to keep in mind. Which also brings us to the sound card, which the X version also doesn't have, but in this version it does. The sound card is a fairly decent one that provides you with THX spatial audio, as well as further adjustments that you can make to the headset as well as the microphone through Razer Synapse. Here's how the headset will look like when you're wearing it, and honestly, when I was wearing it, I found it to be extremely comfortable. Some may not find the earpads to be very comfortable as they are not as soft as leather. The volume knob is very large and easy to find, which I personally like a lot, and for those curious, here's how it looks like without the microphone attached. Regardless of configuration, the headset is very light and kind of disappears on your head, which is perfect for those long gaming sessions. During tests, I used the Blackshark V2 with and without the USB sound card, this time without it. Sound imaging was fairly accurate. I had no trouble trying to find people via the sounds of their footsteps and gunshots. Soundstage was by no means large, as it is still a closed-back headphone. Sound signature-wise, it was definitely on the funner side, with bass being pumped up a bit, but not too much that it's overpowering or muddy. On the other hand of the spectrum, I found the highs to be a little too sharp at times, piercing my ears when someone makes an S sound occasionally in chat. With the Razer sound card with the THX spatial audio on, I did notice a slight difference in sound. The mids became more pronounced, allowing me to find footsteps a lot easier as they were now louder. There was also a slight improvement in imaging in-game. That said, I wouldn't use the THX spatial audio outside a game, because outside a game it just didn't sound that great for music or anything. So if you're going to use the THX spatial audio, keep it in games. Now you are going to need Razer Synapse to activate the special properties of the USB sound card though, so do keep that in mind. You're also definitely going to need it if you want a higher quality sound being recorded from your microphone on the headset. Now some of you may be already groaning about having Synapse, I'm just going to talk about it. You can turn on and off the THX spatial audio in the program, as well as adjust enhancements and such for your actual headset listening experience through the EQ and whatnot. The only thing I probably wouldn't recommend using is voice clarity, because that just kind of made everyone's voice sound funny when I was in voice chat. And speaking of voice chat, you can also make adjustments to your mic, which I personally think is the nicest part of having the USB sound card, since it allows you to easily EQ your voice that other people would be listening to when you're chatting with them. Another nice feature to have is mic monitoring, that way you don't get too loud since you can finally hear yourself when you're chatting. And another nice thing to have in voice chat is the ambient noise reduction, so your friends won't get annoyed by the background sounds around you. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's get into a sound test of the microphone. I'll also test the presets in the EQ for the mic as well. Alright, this is how the Blackshark V2's mic is going to sound without Razer Synapse installed. Say you just bought the headset and just plugged the USB sound card in, and then you're just using it as is. This is how it's going to sound. It's not exactly very good. It's very kind of old school, but at least you are understandable. If you want to make it sound better, you are definitely going to need Razer Synapse, which we're going to check out right now. Alright, so this is how the microphone is going to sound with Razer Synapse installed. Right now, it doesn't sound much different, and that has to do with the fact that we have the presets set to normal. So the magic is within the software itself, because it gives us an EQ that we can adjust for how the microphone records us. Right now, we're set to a default EQ, so it just sounds pretty meh, whatever. But there's like at least 3 other presets, one being mic boost, broadcast, and conference, as well as custom, where you can adjust the whole entire EQ. But we're just going to go through the presets. For example, right now, this is mic boost, where it boosts like the little middle frequencies. There's conference, which I just don't prefer because it also does the same thing and also lowers the higher and lower frequencies. Just doesn't sound that great. Now, broadcast I prefer a lot because it boosts the higher and lower frequencies, giving us a fuller sound as you can hear. And this is probably the main one I'll be using when I'm playing games or even recording. And it's a significant improvement than when we don't have any adjustments made at all. For example, if I switch back to default, it's just straight up disappointing. Now I'm going to go back to broadcast, and well, now you know what it can sound like. Now, another neat feature about this sound card is you can also use any other pre-existing headsets you have lying around, or even earbuds with a mic to plug into this guy. And you can use those earbuds or headsets and use the EQ software that's provided from this little Razer dongle sound card thing. Alright, so this headset and sound card combo is going to run you down $100, which honestly isn't that bad. Granted, it is going to cost you $40 more than the X version of this, which doesn't come with a sound card, but I do think that this sound card is worth that extra $40. The sound card just makes it really easy to adjust settings on your headset as well as your mic, which is the bigger thing for me, honestly. Like the THX spatial audio, it's aight to have, but I think just adjusting your mic on your headset's just a nice thing to have. I honestly wish they sold this separately because I would buy it separately, but right now that isn't the case. So hopefully we'll see that in the future. Can you not? Thank you. Currently, the market for $100 headsets is really saturated, but I do think these guys are pretty worth it among that market, and is probably one of the best in their class. It's really hard to beat them for what they provide, and if you want them, I'll leave a link in the description. Now, this link is an affiliate link, so I do get a slight kickback to help run this channel, and it would really help me out. Anyway, if you like this video, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want more content, and you know, if you hated it, you can always dislike it. That's just the way of life. Anyway, I hope I have helped you out today, and guess I'll see you guys next time.